Everybody talks about how easy Printify is. You upload a design, you connect Etsy or Shopify, make money, no inventory. And technically, that is true. But what nobody tells you is what actually determines whether you make $0 or builds you something that could give you the real freedom. So in this video, I'm gonna break down 5 things no one tells you about Printify before you start. And if you understand these, you'll avoid the mistakes most beginners make. So before we get into it, why should you listen to me? Well, I started my career in this whole entire t-shirt industry with $500 and have now done multiple millions of dollars inside this industry. But more importantly, why should you really listen to me is because I'm pretty good at teaching it. I've taught well over 2,000 students how to do this. There's one of my students right here done $28,000 in the slowest month of the year, January. Another student right here, $2,000 in a day. She did $1,100 the day before that and $4,000 the day before that. And honestly, I could keep going and going, but that should be enough for you to understand the point. So let's get straight into it. First and foremost, before I get into these 5 things, what is Printify? Just real quick, they print and ship products to your customer for you. A lot of these are decorated products. So if you have a design and you need a t-shirt to be created, you slap the design onto a t-shirt, whatever product you would like. They'll print that design on t-shirt, they'll package that t-shirt, they'll ship it to your customer, and they can even put your company name on it. Okay, with this, you have access to over 1,300 plus products and global delivery, which is honestly crazy. So you could actually get started with no inventory, and they have direct integrations with websites like Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, and so on. So if you connect it with your Etsy shop and order comes in on Etsy and you listed it from Printify, it's gonna show up on Printify and they can automatically fulfill it. They'll ship it to your Etsy customer for you. You don't have to type in, hey, ship it to Alyssa or Johnny or whoever it may be. The two are automatically completely integrated, and that's exactly how it works. So here's number 1. You're not actually buying from Printify. This one surprises people. Printify is not a print shop. It's more of a network. When you choose a product, let's say like a Bella Canvas t-shirt, or in this example, a Gildan G500, you'll see multiple providers offering the same shirt. All right, so if I scroll down here, you have Printify's choice and you have choose manually. So if I click choose manually, you see all the suppliers provided to you by the Printify network. So as you can see, there's different prices, different shipping. Some of them provide lots of colors. Some of them provide only a few colors. Some of them provide different print areas, the front, the back, the sleeves, the inner neck tag. So you can do a custom like branding logo if you really wanted to, or just some suppliers just have front and back. Okay, so you can click on one of these providers and start designing, and then this is where you can upload your design and then it will get published onto whatever integration you have connected. Or you can do Printify choice. The only reason why I don't like Printify choice too much is just because it does really well as picking a supplier that's going to be quick and not as backed up, and one that's gonna kind of have the lowest shipping rates, because they're gonna kind of try to find the best network provided printer at that time whenever an order comes in. For example, if like an order came in and it's a customer in California, they might try to find a print shop in California for that Gildan G500 for you, so you get the best shipping, and then you get one that's like not completely backed up so they can get it out quickly as well. One of the reasons why we don't use Printify choice as much is because over time, if you have lots of products, for example, you have a t-shirt and then you have a sweatshirt, and then for both of the products you're using underground threads, then you're just paying a little bit more of an upcharge on shipping from that one provider. Instead, sometimes on Printify choice, someone purchased that sweatshirt and that t-shirt, you might have to pay 2 different shipping costs. So that can really eat up into your shipping costs and to your actual profit margin, which we'll get into a little bit later as well. So there's different prices, different production times, different ratings, different countries. Like some of these providers come from different countries. So if you sell internationally, right? If you sell in Germany, you might want to focus on a provider that's directly in Germany. So really think about this as you launch your products. The provider matters, print quality, the color accuracy, the fabric, the fills, the packaging, the consistency. You can always order yourself a sample if you really wanted to. We don't really do it too much anymore because what we like to do is trust the system. One thing I've realized about lots of people who are new, they have fear. A lot of people fear the quality, they fear how it's going to be packaged, they fear how it's going to look when the customer receives it. And honestly, that holds you back from scaling. Whenever you really want to, hey, how's this going to look? how's this gonna feel, you're getting in your own way and you're taking up too much of your time. Your time is very, very valuable. Focus on getting more and more sales, and then eventually you can take all these things into consideration if you really wanted to. But you can order yourself a sample. All you have to do is click start designing, and then you upload your design onto the product, and then you'll save the product, and you can either publish it or save it as a draft. So what you'll do is click on my products, and then you click on create order, click sample, and then right here you click on the product that you just created. You click on the color, the size, and so forth. Then you can just type in your own address, and then you have your own self a sample, your very first product, right? So you may want to order yourself a sample, but one thing I want you to take in consideration is that you will be your own biggest critic. Point blank period. Point blank period. I come from a long line of printing t-shirts before I got into this whole print on demand game. Owned multiple direct-to-garment printers, screen printers. We still run a shop with an auto screen printer, but you know, that's a whole different business model in comparison to what you're doing here. And I will say, for those of you guys who are just starting, you will be your own biggest critic, and you might get in your own way multiple times over and over. So try not to get in your own way. All right, number 2, just because you see very affordable, cheap products on here, cheap does not mean the best. Cheap products can hurt your business if you are choosing wrong. Always choose with demand, knowing what's actually working, which products people are actually buying. You can always use product research tools to be able to do so. We have multiple videos on that, right? It's tempting to think, okay, this cost me $5-6 for this t-shirt, and it's gonna sell for $20-25 and end up crushing it. But cheap isn't always better. Sometimes the cheaper products may have different material from what the customer may be looking for. For example, right now, Comfort Colors 1717 has been popular for about the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, and it's still going up, and it is more expensive. But certain customers value different types of t-shirts, especially when it comes to Etsy, because they know most sellers are just printing products. It's not a brand. You're not creating a brand, and they're very familiar with the actual blanks that you're actually using. They'll actually ask, like, are you using a Bella Canvas shirt? Or are you using a Comfort Colors shirt? Some customers don't know at all, but some customers are looking for it. So that is one thing to think about whenever you are providing the actual product, what type of product type you are actually providing. Cheaper does not always mean better, and that also correlates to the fact that it's not going to mean that it's just going to work. The product type is just as important as the design that you are putting on there. So the smart thing to do, I would say, is find the sweet spot between the cost, the quality, and the reliability. Think long term, not just short term profit. A lot of people want large profits, extremely large profits, and they just want to hit jackpot on one t-shirt. Oh my God, I'm doing $15-20 profit in a t-shirt. But in the end, long term for us, what we really chase is smaller profit margins, but in large volumes. We'd rather have $4 to $6 profit per shirt that sells 50 to 100 times per day, in comparison to a shirt that's going to sell 1 or 2 times per day with a $20 profit margin. Okay, so always think long term, not just about hitting the jackpot. Most people want to hit the jackpot because they want to see something move the needle really quickly, but you crash just as quick. As soon as you go up, you're coming back down just because you hit some awesome profit margin, and you're just kind of setting yourself up for failure. Really think long term. It's like this. It's really slow growth. As you can see, as I get to the edge of the window, I'm probably still not even growing, right? A lot of people want this right here, but as soon as you go up, you're coming right back down. All right, so think long term. Number 3, the shipping cost. The shipping cost. You don't have to charge the customer exactly what you see as the shipping cost directly on Printify. And how do you set up your shipping times, your processing times, and all these things? All right, so for example, I'm gonna click on this Gildan hoodie right here. I'm gonna come on down to click choose manually. As you can see, $22 and $7.69. So really think about how you are packaging your product pricing to the customer, right? You can always do product research and see what your competitors are charging, and making sure it's also profitable in comparison to what your cost of goods actually are. And I know you guys think, oh, everyone's selling for $5-6 on Etsy. That's not true. Just the first price you see. You need to diagnose the actual product by actually clicking on it and seeing what else is actually listed as the product purchase price for the customers. Anyways, my point is $22.91, $7.69. Just gonna round it up for the sake. $23, $7, or $8. So $23, $8, right? What some people would do is they're gonna set their shipping cost to the customer as $8. You don't necessarily have to do that, and then they will list their product cost right here. Instead of $23, they're listed as $30. So they're making $7 profit, right? But you don't have to package your product pricing that way. when it comes to your customer. This is what you see. Now, sometimes an $8 shipping cost is going to scare a customer. So what you can do is lower your shipping cost to the customer as $5, and then you can build in the rest into the product cost. So instead of charging 30, you could charge 33. So that's where your profit is. It can rely on just the product cost itself, and then you don't have to charge the customer the same amount of shipping as you see, because you can scare customers away that way. All right, so always understand you can build this into your actual product cost, your shipping cost. You know, what you see here is not what your customer sees. You just need to be taking into consideration what your cost of goods actually are. And when it comes to your production times, as you can see, well, to get here, all I did was click on provider info, and then you click on production up here, click on shipping up here. So delivery time can take 4 to 8 days, 2 to 5 business days. And then as you can see, the average processing time right now is about 2 days or so. So what you can always type in, I typically like to type in 2 to 8 business days, right? So you can always include what it really takes. So it's possible as well. Some of these providers, they ship out same day, next day as well. Just as quick as you can get it in. You can get away with saying 1 to 8 days, could arrive as soon as 2 to 3 business days. And that allows the customer to know that you do sometimes ship out quick, but it gives them a little bit of space to say, hey, I might not receive it until this time. We do typically like to give it like a 1-day buffer before we approve all the orders. So you can do 2 things. You can automatically approve the orders that comes in, especially if you don't have any personalized items, or you can manually say, hey, send this to printing. Hey, send this to printing. We typically like to do a 24-hour buffer, because sometimes a customer might message us within that time period, just saying, hey, I want this color instead. I want this size instead. And it's a hassle to, once it's already in production, to try to get the size change or the color change. And sometimes even worse, they want the shipping address changed. So really think about that whenever it comes to when you submit your order for print, or, you know, your processing times and so forth, what you set so that the customer sees. Number 4. All right. So when it comes to certain marketplaces, especially marketplaces, the truth is your profit margins are thinner than you may think. A lot of people who start off think profit margins are huge. It's possible. There are times you can land on a winning product, no one else is there yet, and you can have those huge profit margins. I already kind of touched on this earlier. We're really big on seeing large volume of sales with lower profit margins. In that case, we're very consistent when it comes to having business. But most of the time when it comes to profit margins, it's because you have competitors on the marketplace, and, you know, it's a search-driven platform, especially something like Etsy or Amazon. So, you know, they're not just on your product. They see your product. They also see a competitor's product. Sometimes they forget about it if they're locked into your actual listing, but you're kind of competing, so you do kind of have that competitive price range. But you're not doing any marketing. You're just providing products that customers are already looking for. You're not doing TikToks. You're not posting Facebook ads. You're not posting Instagram reels and so forth, because it's a marketplace. It's search driven. Now, if you decide to do marketing, you're really good at that. You're really good at running ads. You're really good at creating reels. You're really good at finding influencers and so forth. Then you can have the higher profit margins, to be honest, because you're marketing your own products and you're sending them to your own platform. And a lot of times they see that design is unique only to you, and it's hard for them to go say, you know what, let's see if there's anybody else on this website selling that same product so that we can also get this product. So if you're really good at marketing, you can get the higher profit margins. But I'm gonna be honest here, most people suck at marketing in the beginning. You get better at it over time. If you decide to start off on a marketplace like Etsy, it helps you get your feet wet. It helps you learn a little bit more about the whole e-com world. You know, it allows you to be better over time, you know, one step at a time. So when it comes to selling on a marketplace, if you're just starting, it's not about the insane margins. It's about the low risk, the no inventory, and the scalability of it. I have even one of my students right here. She does over $100,000 per month. And in the beginning, they started off, you know, they actually started off with print on demand, and they did $10,000 per month. And then they decided to go buy their own printing equipment because they wanted the larger profit margins. And then at that point, you know, it's kind of hard to stay consistent because you can't focus on making sales. You have to hire a team for, you know, not only creating more designs, you have to hire a team for your production and so forth. Then your profit margins start to shrink back down and whatnot. And then all of a sudden you're kind of running a team here if you don't have everything right in place. And then it's kind of hard to grow because then you're not focusing on making more sales. So the scalability comes in play when they decided to say, you know what, printing is not for them, and they're just only going to use, in their case, they use Printify. They only use print on demand. And now they're able to scale to $100,000 per month. Lower margins, but they're able to do whatever they want now. They have a whole lot more freedom. They don't have to worry about, you know, products getting shipped on time, or, you know, if they have all of the inventory at home to print this order and that order. There's so much more scalability to it whenever you trust the process, trust the system. And that's exactly how you win when it comes to e-commerce. You have to leverage every single piece of minute, every single hour that you may have so that you can always have it. You're leveraging whatever time you may have because you don't have much time, to be honest. You don't have too much time when it comes to starting. You have to log in, you have to make sure every single minute is worthwhile. And also, if you want to work on me and my team, she's actually one of my coaches now. She started off as one of my students. She's one of my coaches inside of my community. Just feel free to click the link down below to apply to work with me and my team. But anyways, on to number 5. Printify does not build your business. This is the most important one. Printify just prints for you. That's it. It does not validate your niches. It does not help you choose trending products. It does not write your SEO titles. It does not optimize your photos. It's not going to build your brand. It's not going to run your ads. If your marketing doesn't work or your designs don't match your buyer demand, no fulfillment platform is going to fix that. Printify is a tool, and tools only work when the strategy behind them works. The biggest issue I see is most people blame the platform when they should be improving their product research, their listing strategies. If you have your own platform, their own marketing, and they become this whole victim to blaming everything instead of blaming themselves. You have to take accountability in this whole e-com world. You cannot say that, oh, this person got lucky. Oh, this person, they just hit it in the right time. Oh, Etsy only chooses certain people they want to win. I can't get seen because Etsy doesn't allow me. And I know I talk about Etsy a lot, there's Shopify and so forth, but we have most success with Etsy if you've watched the channel. But you have to start taking accountability for yourself. If someone else can make it, so can you. End of story. That's it. Point blank period. You have to say, what are they doing to even be in a position to get lucky? How are their products packaged differently from mine? How are their pricing set up so that they're still profitable and they're able to actually get sales? You have to take accountability for the things, although you may not know it, you have to learn it. So here's the part that people misunderstand. Printify is amazing for what it's built to do. It removes all the heavy lifting, no warehouse, no buying inventory in bulk, no packing boxes at midnight, no guessing how much stock to order. You can just focus on the design, the research, the marketing, the branding if you're building a brand, and they handle the printing and shipping. To be honest, it's crazy in this day and age how you can start a business with this platform right here. That's leverage, and leverage is what creates the actual freedom that you may desire. When you combine Printify with real buyer demand, strong listings, and consistency, you can build something that pays you without ever physically touching the product. That's powerful. Things may not seem perfect for you right now, but what you have ahead of you is really powerful in what you can actually create. When you use everything correctly, it can absolutely change your life. All right, so if this video helped you out, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, let me know. I have the Printify link down below. I have my own coupon code with them as of right now. So go ahead and use it if you want to, and if you want to work with me and my team, I'll post that link down below as well. See you guys on the next one.